and welcome back. Apparently I did some fixing off stream, or off recording, because I thought I was recording. Showing you what I did. So, we fixed the train station, fixed the other train station, so it's now working properly, and was contemplating how to make the sushi belt work a little bit better. Now that we had 238 in the system. I don't think we have any 235 yet, but we have 238 in the system, which is a start. If anything, we'll have too much 238. It's probably will end up happening. We've come running over here to fix the science. Okay, so in theory that's fixed. Let's really make sure it's fixed. I'm just gonna take a look all in the system. That snuck its way in because I screwed up earlier. So we stop and we roll is really just it. Okay, that's fixed. That's fixed. Was that all of it? Looks like it was all of it. So the rocket's still going, and here we should now start getting science going again so we can actually finish making this uranium setup. So now I'm going to go run back to where we were, because that's where I want to be. I suppose before I run out there, I could make the 6 centrifuges. What do we need for those centrifuges? A lot of red. I got the concrete on board. So it's just red, just gear, just steel. Okay. Okay, almost there. So that's all the red. Got the concrete. Only 300 steel, so I only need to pick up another 100. We've done that, so now it's just the gears. We got a bunch of gear production, so this should be pretty easy. Oh, I didn't have the concrete. I can go grab a little of the concrete. Oh, interesting. That is... Oh, this is concrete. Okay. No, bricks going in, concrete is chests. Which arguably means I should make these chests... upgrade these chests to passive providers, so that we've got plenty of ability to just simply demand their concrete come to me. Okay, so mining's going, we're at 91%. Hopefully by the time we get out to Corvex and start busting with the Corvex, when we go to the Corvex. Just thinking about how to get this Corvex refining sushi belt to work the way I'm wanting it to. It may work the way I'm thinking it's going to, in which case I'm overthinking it because I'm not able to actually test to see if it's working. Which would be a perfectly plausible reason for why I'm overthinking it. Okay, so we got a little bit of 235 running around. Oh, and the other thing I need to do if this is going to work is I need to prioritize the input of the right side. Yeah, that might work. Because what I'll do is this side will take and give to the unfiltered side. So the filtered 235 or the 238 constantly gets pushed off into the inner ring. You go out and around and go into the buffer chest, so the Korvax never runs out. But this is after letting the fuel makers take their pick of it, because it's going to be the most abundant until the Korvax starts to do its thing. Okay, there we go. Obviously this is not going to work until we've got the recipe. Recipe is simply waiting on the science, which is now running. Looks like at a plateau of speed, so it's probably running at full speed based on the inputs. Yeah, it looks like we're running at full speed now. At some point I might need to actually make the science go faster, because it looks like... Well, it looks like we have enough science to run faster. Maybe not super faster, but... a little bit faster, maybe. Okay, we haven't filled this up yet on the 238, so it hasn't run around to do the loop of the Corvex. So I suppose we technically don't need the Corvex running yet, because it wouldn't run anyway. So the Corvex is, of course, going to be the main way we get more um, 235. Oh, we're going a little bit faster? 35-ish a minute, by the looks of it. Okay, so in about 2.5 minutes, we'll have that done. What? Oh, I know what we should start working on other stuff while we're waiting for this to do. So, the next thing I want to do once we have uranium running is I'm going to want to probably be able to make the final form of the assembling machine. It requires speed modules. So, we're going to have to build a way to make speed modules. Not just speed module. Well, actually, it is just speed modules. I'm already thinking about speed module 2s. Oof. Which I do want to do at some point, but let's not go that ham yet. Yeah, because that would require blue ones, and we don't need to go there. I don't need to go there. I don't need to be that out there yet. Basically need to recreate this setup. Yeah, just need to like recreate that setup. And to be fair, I probably want to do it like twice. We want to do it once to make speed modules for Assembly Machine 3, and once to make speed modules for, well, to make modules. The second one will just be making modules. But that will be modules to make better modules, basically. So to, whether it's speed or whatever, whichever one I want to be running at the time. Okay, we do a short vertical flip like so. Oh no, not vertical flip. Well, maybe a vertical flip, but I also want a horizontal flip. There we go. That looks really good. We're gonna go with that. That worked surprisingly well. That's surplus to the design. Whenever I use that blueprint in the future, I'm going to be so confused. Okay, where do I have my assembling machines? Here. I doubt we're going to be running assembling machine 3 so fast. I can't just run it off of the assembly machine 2, hopefully. Or I can do this. This will actually be a pretty interesting way of doing it. So then we do you, want something like you. Still limited to 1, that's perfectly fine, that's what we wanted. Then we make that the 3. We need to make these speed. Okay, and then I just need to feed the inputs. So we've got the aluminum, or we got the cables. We don't need that. Pick that up. And then you need plastic green, red. Oh, and we're making the red, so you just need green. Okay. Green. Alright, so this is going to be a scenario where I'm going to do a red belt so that we can get underneath the distance I need it to go. And then we also need green there as well. Okay, so in theory that should be all hooked up. I'm making spaghetti here that at some point I'll regret in the future, but at the moment we should have speed modules going. So the mining productivity completed in the meantime. About halfway through Corvex, so we'll wait a little bit more. See if this is actually working. So it is making red. Now we just need to see this filter in, see if it makes the speed modules. In theory, it looks like it is making speed modules. If the speed modules go... If it is working, this is making speed modules, and they'll come up here and make assembly machine 3s, which will put assembly machine 3s in the network. And then I might just start replacing the entire base slowly with assembly machine 3s to speed everything up. Well, I say that. Things that are built to run off of full belts probably don't want to get assembly machine 3. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because that'll screw up the balance. I don't want to redo the math, especially the things that are designed to take whole belts, which is these four. These four are not getting redesigned. Everything else might get redesigned, but those ones aren't. Because otherwise, I'll eat more than a whole belt, and then that'll be a problem. Yep, they're running, so the speed's good. Now, in theory, if I just want modules, want module 2s, just need to do that again. And then I need to do a bulk of faster. Okay, that'll clear the poles that were in the way. Knock that down. So then for this, I just need to make... Oh, and technically this is half the speed of this. That consumes 4. So then I need 2. So the only thing to be missing is the blue, I suppose. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a slight redesign. It's going to be 4 to 1. So I'm going to delete the last 2 here. And instead, that last one is actually going to be the 2. Even though I suppose actually I'm going to set this up as green, I think, to start with. I'm gonna... Okay. So, then that just needs blue. And to be fair, that does need a decent amount of blue. We need to make 3/4 of 1/6. So this is going to make 1 every 10 seconds. This is going to want... No, it's speed 1, which it's technically 3/4 of speed 1, but okay. Leave out the 3/4 for the moment. So this wants 5 every 30, or 1 every 6. So we need 2 of the blue. say those are... Ooh. Green and red to feed that. Massive chest to drop it all in. Reason we throw it all down, because we don't need hundreds of module 2s. How hard it would be to copy my existing blue? Okay, so let's go with something like that. We'll flip these around, flip you around. Suppose I need, what, the red and the green? Yeah, so I can do what we did sort of with the other one and nick it from the same network. Okay, so oh, I still need to set the sulfuric acid generator up. Okay, and then I need to do an underground here because that spot to make the spaghetti work. And of course, we're not feeding anything into the red yet, because it would be a mess to try to clean everything up if I screwed this up. Okay. And the other one I need is sulfur. Okay, so sulfur's fed in. Carbon's, or steel is fed in. Then I just need to make the green and the plastic and the green. I need to bring copper over. Copper is pretty easy to fix. Let's take the copper too far. It's fine. Easy enough to fix. So water's coming in fine. Waiting for the iron to come in. Waiting for the copper to come in. Waiting for the circuits to come in. Then, we'll have efficiency modules too. Which, to be fair... Actually, yeah, I should probably go around everything's got 2 in it, shove 2 efficiency 2s instead of efficiency 2 efficiency 1s to bring everything down to minimum power requirements. If we have the time. But while we're waiting for that to start up, we can start Corvex refining. Which requires a lot of 235, so this is going to take a long time to start running. Okay. It is a, other than being slow, does generate more 235s than it consumes. So, that's running. We're waiting on nuclear power to do the next phase of improving the nuclear power. While we're waiting, let's see how the spaceship's going. It's going. It's not going fast, but it's going. That'll plumb in right. How's the red looking? It's looking. Maybe it hasn't been running long enough to really get up to speed. Hopefully that's what the problem is. Now that I've horribly screwed up the balance, which is probably what the case is. We're getting a little red through to the blue. A little bit of a good sign if we wanted to actually be running. Okay, and there goes in some of the efficiency modules into efficiency module 2 maker. You don't need to be that long. You don't need to be that long. Take the last one off as well. Okay, so this is running. It's a bit of a Frankenstein solution, but it's working. Maybe not the right combo for maximizing speed. Yeah, with that, I think we're just really waiting on making a bunch more space platforms. So maybe what I should do in the next one, because we want to actually get our spaceshipping, and or failing, one way or the other. Success or failure, that's what we want up here. And it looks like for... Okay, so that's actually going to require me to get there, to get things beyond the things. So I think you and their cycler are the one I want first, so this is probably the one we're going to queue up for going first. Yeah, we've got the engine. Okay, so we have everything we need, in theory, to build the engine. We have ice melting, which allows us to make water. We have thruster fuel, which is carbon plus water, and thruster oxidizer, which is iron plus water. Okay. And I haven't put electric engines in the system, but that should be easy enough to do. We haven't put steel in the system either. Okay, let's... I don't need to put blue in the system because blue can be directly fed in, is already being directly fed into the rocket silo. And is in the system. Either way. Electric engines. Okay, probably want both of those in the system, which is batteries. Well, I probably don't need a lot of batteries, but I probably want both in the system. That got built faster than I wanted it to. It'll be fine. Okay. So that'll load those into the system, which means we can request them up top. For building the engines. Either I'll have to manually build the engines. And to be fair, I might manually build the engines. The only thing I want in the system, which is what over there, was I'm going to put a little bit of steel in the system as well. That way this can request steel up top. It would appear I have not even made enough 235 to get the Corvex to run one time. Well, we are at the point where we could tell this, in theory, to make uranium fuel. It's really not going to make any until we make more 330 and 235, but we can take all its 238 while we're waiting. In theory, we also have everything we need to at least ghost build, whether or not I'm actually going to build it or not yet. At least contemplate what the nuclear reactor will look like. So I'm going to start off with a very small reactor. It's basically going to be one big. Of course, we'll need water, but we got water plumbed in down here, so that shouldn't be too hard to do. Okay, working around sort of existing infrastructure a little bit to make this work. Output, supposedly 100 something steam. These... Okay, it's saying 100 steam, these consume 60, so technically I want 2 of these each. Each of those boilers. I may have put more generation capacity on than the nuclear power plant's going to make. Hopefully. Otherwise, this is all going to explode. Okay, so in theory, it says outputs 40 megawatts. These each consume 10 megawatts. Okay, so that's plenty. Plenty. Is this an optimal power plant? Nope. And to a certain degree, I don't need it to be optimal, because optimal nuclear power is, in our case, well, in my case, is excessive. Don't quite need it to be excessive. So this consumes 1 every 10. This is going to make 1 every 60. Times 3. So we're going to make times 4. So I'm not even... Probably aren't making that much fuel. That's overkill in fuel. If we are consuming that much fuel, we have a problem. In fact, because I know if we consume that much fuel, we got a problem. Let's tone this down a bit. Okay, I'm looking at the time, and I've let the time go on for far too long. So I think it is time to end the episode. So next episode, we'll go ahead and make the bits to build the reactor. The reactor, what I will do is I'll actually make it so the reactor can't turn on for a bit, so that we can see if the Corvex actually spins up. So it doesn't start randomly because the Corvex spins up, and I'm not expecting it to. But if you've been enjoying this, I hope you have been enjoying this if you're watching this. There will probably another part up tomorrow if you're watching on YouTube. I don't think anyone's currently watching on Twitch, but if you hang around on Twitch, I will record one more part tonight. So catch you all in the next part. And until then, I hope you have a good time, good luck. Bye for now.